Hello and welcome to the Fatherhood News Podcast. I'm Hannah Williams, and here are today's headlines. Good evening. We start today's broadcast with the GD69 League new ruthless ways continuing to dominate the Gertrude Star system, with forces now moving into position on the borders of Kier Dynamic Company. The Fatherhood have invited both sides to a peace conference to find a way to avoid war. Sources close to the conference say that the GD69 League have made a number of demands before they attend. The new offensive by Green Party of Zasha continues with a second day of victories that has forced the Lebey state holdings into a tactical retreat. Supporters of the Lebey state holdings have accused the Green Party of Zasha war crimes by attacking innocents with their droid-modified weapons that has forced this tactical retreats. Black Halo finishing defenses are failing, with the might of Uchala Roja travel industries dominating the forces of Progressive Party of Uchala Roja, but the real tragedy is that these two factions will forever be divided due to this civil war. Appeals of peace talks have been made from all factions in Uchala Roja but have fallen on deaf ears. In election news, another cycle and another win for Gladuchin for equality over Qui 11 resistance in the dual election for control of Sheikh's Progress and Guest Gateway. In response, the Qui 11 resistance are hoping to entice voters to their side with some very high-paying passenger missions now available on the job boards. Now, after frantic counts and recounts LHS 197, Free took the third day of election for Mini Horizons over Social Manamaya Democrats. This election looks like it will go down to the wire, with commanders flocking to Mini Horizons to make their voice heard. And Crown Camp and Breeze Base election is swinging for coalition of HAT 94-00572 with Union of LHS 1758 Alliance unable to score a victory. The Alliance must do something to turn this election, but do they have the funds, or is it too little too late? Stay tuned to the Fatherhood News Podcast for the latest on this story in the coming cycles. In business news, Haejanggai's Starport's engineers are still working to repair the damage that was caused by the celebrations and illegal fireworks. After the return of Commander Slothbot Peralta, the Defense Force of Haejanggai have called this an act of terror, and the Fatherhood must be held to account for endangering the lives of Haejanggai citizens. Reports of mismanagement by local Fatherhood distribution teams in the relief effort for the Manamaya rats has left the local Fatherhood faction in Kier officially stating a drought state. Central Command have said this will be resolved and heads will roll. Water prices have increased on this news to the embarrassment of the Fatherhood. A spokesman has stated that no official charity missions are available to combat this state, and the Fatherhood will deal with this situation internally. Breaking news: Kalaga Republic Party have reported a cyber attack that has quieted their refineries for the first time in 200 cycles. The attack has damaged their power generators beyond repair, and prices for this commodity has increased to be the highest in the system. A number of fleet carriers have been seen moving into the Star system, with savvy traders hoping to capitalize on this demand. And the Fatherhood News is happy to report that green shoots of recovery can be seen for the Kier gang, as for the first time in a number of cycles no new deaths were reported due to the issues they have been facing. We hope this is the start of a long term of peace for this long-suffering faction. I have been Hannah Williams for the Fatherhood News Podcast. Remember, our main news program can be found on thefatherhoodwing.space and also on YouTube. And for an up-to-the-cycle update on all these and other stories, please follow us on Twitter at NewsFatherhood. Fly safe, commanders, and as we say here in the Fatherhood News Network, don't dream of the stars, fly amongst them.